Hey Freedom Family, I'm Mark, and I am so glad that you're here at Freedom for Life where we give you the tools, the truth, and the knowledge to take you from where you're at to where you're called and created to be. And I am so ready for today's conversation because today we are going to talk about how you can become an influencer worth listening to. So let's get started, shall we? And as we're getting started today, could you do me a favor? Could you subscribe and become part of the Freedom Family? And could you hit that notification bell so you can be part of every conversation that we have? There's a story about a scientist who was in the wild and he was observing lemmings, and lemmings are a migratory animal. And so while he was observing them, this lemming took off over a hill. And of course, as they are, all the lemmings followed. Well, this lemming took off over the hill, and of course, you couldn't see what was on the other side of the hill until you got to the top. As the scientist went to the top, what he discovered that the lemming didn't know was it wasn't a hill, it was actually a cliff. And so because lemmings are famous for following whoever's in the lead, the rest of the lemmings followed the lead lemming as that lemming jumped over the hill down a cliff and to its demise. And so every lemming followed afterwards into that abyss, falling off the cliff because they followed the lemming in the lead. Do you ever know anybody like that? That was following a group or an individual, following after them because they believed that they were leading them somewhere, only to find out when they got to where they were supposed to be, it didn't turn out to the benefit of the person who was following. Contrast that with a lion who builds a home for his community, who provides a home for that community and actually provides for the needs of the community. See, the difference between a lemming and a lion is a lion leads his community and a lemming is led by his community. I know it's an oversimplification and we're neither one of these animals, but sometimes our life kind of looks like that. Sometimes we don't understand that the opportunities we have are to become a lion or a lemming in our own lives. And while a lemming and a lion can't change who they are, we can. And we can do that by making a different choice and taking a different direction. And while a lemming and a lion cannot change who they are, we can, simply by making a different choice and taking a different direction. What if you were meant to be more than where you're currently at? What if there was more on the inside of you than you were actually letting out? Not that we can't be part of groups and organizations that we're not actually leading, but what if there was a time for you to stand up, to stand out, and to become all that you were created to be a lion in your life instead of a lemming? It doesn't hurt to be in that group when you're a part of a group, but what if you were meant for more than that? It reminds me of a story in the Bible in Judges 6. There's this guy, his name is Gideon. He was basically living in a community, doing what everybody else was doing, but he was hiding from the lion on the inside. And then he was called out to be who he was created to be, not what his circumstance, experience, and the people around him told him he was supposed to be. And in that place, he stood up as a lion and stopped being a lemming, allowing others to give direction. Because at the end of the day, we're not called to live by the designs, the desires, and directions of those around us, but to live up to the calling that's on our life. Certainly the best training for leadership is actually to invest in another person's mission. But like that lion cub, a lion cub grows up in a community, but at some point he becomes too big for the group that he's around. Not that he's egotistical or arrogant, but he's mature enough to go out and create his own community, and he goes out and does it. What if that's the kind of life that you're called to live, to gain the skills and abilities and training and fortitude and understanding and wisdom to leap out into the life that you're created for, not like a lemming, but like a lion. Just like with Gideon, who was told he was something that he really wasn't. When the truth impacted him, he changed into who he was created to be. Not that it'll be given to you or even be easy, but the truth of the matter is an uncompromising man or woman is a person who changes history. Somebody who lives their life by the opinions and directions of another person will be replaced. It's not that you're arrogant or egotistical, but sometimes you need to stand up and be unwilling to sway or be swayed from the call on your life. The world isn't changed by a crowd, but it's changed by individuals who know their identity and are willing to put the effort and energy into the life that they're created for. Not to be directed by a crowd, but to rally around them people who resonate with the vision and the passion that is on the inside of them. And it's those individuals who will change the world. A lion leads a community who comes alongside and creates movement. A lemming follows a crowd wherever it goes, and many times it doesn't go where it's supposed to. Who are we going to be in our lives, a lion or a lemming? I know what's on the inside of you. You have the heart of a lion and the ability to be the person that you're created to be. There's no harm in being a part of a group or a crowd or a movement or something that you're not leading, but there's something on the inside of you that will only have an impact when you stand up, when you walk in, when you understand that you're a person who best leads from the front, not from the back. A leader leads from the front. A follower leads from the back. You are a leader in people's lives, whether you believe it or not. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to rally people around you, but sometimes the best way we lead is by leading ourselves. You have it on the inside of you. You are that person. It always starts with you. Believe in who you're created to be and live out the life that you're created for, and you will be a lion that will be reckoned with, that will have a voice that matters, and that will have an impact on the people and the movements and the life around them. You have it on the inside of you. We're here for you. I'm excited for this opportunity and this season for you to become the lion you were created to be. If we want to know more details about how to do that, we have a course. It's called Life Mastery, where we give you a step-by-step method of discovering who you're created to be and the life that you're created for, and overcoming anything that's standing in the way, because that's what lions do. So be sure and DM me so that you can be a part of that conversation and figure out how you can be a part of this movement we have for lions. And at the end of the day, do not give up on who you are, because who you are matters. Whether you believe it or others see it, it's on the inside of you. And I'm excited about seeing it outside of you so that others receive from you what only you can give. Hey, my name is Mark, and I'm glad you're here at _Freedom for Life _ where we give you the tools, truth, and the knowledge to take you from where you're at to where you're called and created to be, the lion in the middle. Do me a favor, if you could hit that like button, let us know that something we're doing here resonates with you. If you could put a comment down below, let us know the conversations that you want to have. Could you share this video with somebody who you believe has a lion on the inside that they don't see yet? And at the end of the day, if you do nothing else, do this favor for me, Freedom Family. Dominate your day.